Hi, it's Mark Moore. I'm back again on my journey. It's been a couple weeks, and it's been really tough to know what to say on this video, and it's really like I want to make sure that whatever I'm saying is something that's going to benefit somebody, or maybe help somebody, or I've even figured out that like these videos are helping me in my sobriety, in my walk. So, maybe if God just wants me to record these videos so I stay sober, I'm okay with that too. But, like I said, it's been about 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, and the things God has been doing in my life is phenomenal. I don't know if these videos are just tell you about what God's doing in my life, but, give all the grace to God. I finally got to meet with my parents, and like it was all God moving through there, just the things that I got to say, and like the forgiveness that's there after the things I've done in my addiction. The way God's been moving at work, like in my life, He's opened up doors for opportunities at work that I never thought would be open, let alone after coming out of jail, after relapsing. But God's people have been seeing the way God's been moving in my life, and they see a new change in me. And I've heard it from countless people, like saying, Mark, that there's a new glow to you that they haven't seen before. And it feels good. I've had other people come into my life now that I've gotten very close to it, and like they're walking with God with me, and like this whole walk now is something I've never had. Obviously, it's something I could have had if I would have just asked God for it. I got out of jail April 1st. A little over 6 months sober now. But now, like, I'm signed up for IOP. I'm waiting to go to classes. Like, I'm reporting to my parole officer. I'm going to Fallout Shelter. I'm going to Bible studies twice a week. I'm going to church on Sunday. And I'm working 6 days a week. And I'm trying to find that balance. Because I constantly feel like I have to be doing something. Like, there's always something. And I don't know, the characteristics of me, like I'm ADHD, and I'm an ex-meth addict. And so I'm always doing something, and like trying to find the balance now. The sober me, getting out of jail, and like all these things that I thought about for 6 months that I wanted to do. It's kind of overwhelming, like, I guess it's that self-gratification where you want it all now, but I'm learning the patience to do things slow and a little bit at a time instead of just all at once, which is it's a trait I have that I've always never been good with patience. But God's teaching me about that. And the lessons I'm learning, even going through this, is, that after I do wait for something, or am learning to wait for something, because sometimes I don't wait so good, but building in me like that gratification, that sense of accomplishment. Like, and I'm seeing it in like my friendships, the relationships, everything. the way God has moved. It's funny, like the other day I was at work and somebody come up right at a job site, somebody come right up to me and said, "Where's the cocaine?" Now I can tell you what the old me would have said. And yeah, I still made it a little bit awkward. I was like, "Well, I don't do that no more, but you want to go to church?" It eliminated all of it. He didn't ask me for cocaine, but he didn't go to church with me either. But, that was God working through me. And I can't even begin to explain, like, the relationships that God has opened up in my life. Not just through friendships, relationships, like work, co-workers, the talks I've had with people, because they see God in my life. And, like, I'm finally feeling... Well, I'm confident God is in my walk, because I wouldn't be here now. But, like, I'm finally feeling confident about the way God is in my life, that I can talk about it. Like, even in these videos. But He's opened up conversations even during work that I never thought I would see the day that happen. You could almost even call it an act of God that they did happen. If you knew the people that I was talking about. But I'm going to finish out this week. I'm keep working on my balance. Because that's one good thing I've always been good at. I've always been a good hard worker. And I think one of the characteristics of my addiction is I will put myself completely into work and I won't concentrate on my addiction. I can't do that. So now, as I go out this week, I'm going to try to balance. Work, God, everything in my life, to where I try and maintain this godly life that God has given me. But all I can do is take one day at a time. Thank you, and hope to see you again in a week.